Hello, I'm Olga Krimon. I'm a Los Angeles-based artist. My sort of art journey started way back when I was growing up in Russia. I was born in Odessa, Ukraine, and I lived in Kazan, Russia through my childhood and through high school and on. So I was classically trained then, and then I took sort of my life took a somewhat a different path. I got an art history degree from Davidson College. I got an MBA from USC. So I came from the art path, and I tried to see if I belong in that art path for so long. And I do, and I am on it, and I am rooted in those classical traditions, but I define my own sort of style and define my own way of approaching paint, approaching my subjects, and approaching compositions, and approaching the materials. So oil and copper has been proven to form a perfect bond. This is a very safe surface to paint on, and most importantly, it's an incredible surface to paint on. If you haven't done it, I really encourage you to try that, because it's smooth. It has no tooth almost. And at the beginning, it was challenging to get the stroke to lay the way I want to lay it. The other interesting thing with copper is that at least when I was creating paintings, exposing a lot of it, I had a hard time. You cannot make mistakes, so you have to be very precise in your application of paint. Can you wipe? Yes, you can, but the sheen will change. You know, that shine, that perfect surface of the copper would change quite a bit. But I was exposing a lot of the surface, and with that, I needed the surface to be intact. And I actually love that risk-taking that comes with it. You have to be very precise. You have to be very you have to put yourself together and get it out there, and not try to not wipe. I came to find my favorite copper surface to paint on for multiple reasons, and that surface is the copper panel by Artefex. I love the matte sheen of it. It's not that super shiny, thing. Like, my eyes were hurting to paint on some of those surfaces before. This sheen on the copper panels from Artefex, I absolutely love. It's matte, it's uniform. There are no, the copper panel comes to me immaculate. It's very well packaged. It comes to me fast. When I have an idea, several days later, I have my panel. They can cut it to any size they have. They have interesting sizes. They have square panels and such, which, and you will see. I will show you some. I love that. Even some wiping on it, doesn't affect the surface as much as it did, any other panels that I was doing. But there are two other reasons that are very important, why this panel is ideal for me. Again, I said that, conservation and maintaining the surface intact, is important to me. So this one, copper, my understanding is that copper is actually sandwiched on top of aluminum. That creates a very, very strong panel that would not work. I did have some panels in a long time ago that I tried to use, and over time, if I didn't put them in the frame, I could see them sort of curving a little bit, and I had to put some weight and get them back to where they're supposed to be, and put a frame on them so that they're intact. This panel is perfect because I never have to worry about that. And the other thing that I don't have to worry about is the preparation of the panel. Again, I know I've done a lot of research. I know some artists go like the old method of scraping and even garlicking to have some acid to get the tooth. And I've done that before. This surface is ready to paint. And that sheen is uniform. I don't have to scrape anything. In fact, you don't want to ever scrape that surface or do anything to that surface. So that ready to paint state that the copper comes, it's great. It's great because I have my idea. I can go straight to it and I don't have to worry. And it will withstand the time. So those are my primary reasons. But why I love copper paintings in general, and why I love now painting on Artefex panel, is that I love the combination of oil, especially the skin tones just look beautiful in copper. But I also absolutely love to have some of that copper shining through, as in sort of in place of underpaintings. It's a warmer sort of sheen, but also it changes the quality, even the value. It changes the value depending on what the light conditions are. When I exposed a lot of copper in the past, in the darker room, it would be a darker, panel with skin tone looking so much lighter. In some other light conditions, all of a sudden it would be reversed. So it's almost like having a slightly different painting every time. And if I came close to it, I could see some of my reflections. So I, as a viewer, well, I as an artist, but you as a viewer, we are becoming sort of part of that painting. Well, on the other hand, it's kind of hard to take a picture of it as well. But that combination of oil and metal shine just excites me, and it's such an interesting combination. I really encourage you to try to paint.